Welcome to Knowledge Through English, where learning English becomes exciting. Today, we begin the fascinating journey of one of history's most controversial figures, Adolf Hitler. Love him or hate him, his story is full of dreams, failures, ambition, and power. From a little boy with big dreams to a man who changed the world forever. This is the story of Adolf Hitler, told in a way you've never heard before. Are you ready? Grab your headphones, sit back, and let's dive into this incredible tale that will not only improve your English, but also keep you hooked until the end. It all began on April 20th, 1889, in the small Austrian town of Braunau am Inn. A baby boy was born to Alois and Clara Hitler, and they named him Adolf. No one could have imagined that this child would one day shake the entire world. As a boy, Adolf seemed ordinary. He loved playing outdoors, drawing pictures, and dreaming of a big future. But life at home was not easy. His father, Alois, was strict and wanted him to study hard and become a government worker like himself. Adolf, however, had other dreams. He wanted to be an artist. His mother, Clara, loved him deeply and supported his dream, but she could not change Alois's mind. Adolf's childhood was full of conflict, and his father often shouted that art is not a real job. Adolf would remain silent, hiding his tears. When Adolf was 13, his father died suddenly. Some believed Adolf would feel free without his father's strict control, but instead he felt empty. He began skipping school. Once a good student, he no longer cared about lessons. Teachers described him as smart but lazy. All he wanted to do was draw. After finishing school, Adolf packed his bags and moved to Vienna, Austria's capital. Vienna is the city of art. I will become a famous painter here, he thought. But when he applied to the Academy of Fine Arts, he was rejected. The school told him his work was not good enough. Heartbroken, he tried again the following year, but was rejected once more. Crushed and humiliated, Adolf lived in poverty, staying in tiny, dirty rooms and sometimes even sleeping on the streets. To survive, he painted postcards and sold them to tourists. During this time, his beloved mother died, leaving him completely alone. Angry and bitter, Adolf began blaming others for his failures. In 1914, everything changed. World War I began, and Adolf saw a chance to give his life meaning. He joined the German army, thinking, "Finally, I am part of something big." Adolf was brave in battle, carrying messages across dangerous fields, and even won 2 medals for courage. But in 1918, Germany lost the war. Adolf was furious. "Our leaders betrayed us," he shouted. He believed Germany needed a strong leader to restore its power. After the war, Germany was in chaos. People were poor, hungry, and angry about losing. Adolf saw an opportunity. He joined a small political group called the German Workers' Party. His speeches were full of anger and passion, and people listened. "Germany will rise again," he declared. Soon, he changed the group's name to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, better known as the Nazi Party. He even designed its symbol, a red flag with a black swastika. His speeches drew thousands of people who believed in his dream of a strong Germany, but his ideas were dangerous. He blamed certain groups for Germany's problems and wanted a Germany only for Germans. In 1923, Adolf attempted to seize power in what became known as the Beer Hall Putsch. It failed, and he was arrested. While in prison, he wrote a book called Mein Kampf, My Struggle, which described his radical ideas for Germany's future. The book became popular, and many Germans began to support him. By 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. People trusted him because he promised jobs, a strong military, and a bright future. At first, life seemed to improve. Roads, factories, and schools were built, and unemployment dropped. Many Germans celebrated him as a hero. But behind this success, Hitler had darker plans. He controlled newspapers, radios, and schools, demanding that people believe only in him. Those who disagreed were punished or imprisoned. He built a powerful army called the SS and created the Hitler Youth, training boys to fight and spread Nazi ideas. Everywhere in Germany, the swastika flag flew as a symbol of his power. His speeches became even more aggressive, and crowds shouted, "Heil Hitler!" as they praised him. In 1939, Hitler made his boldest move. He ordered the invasion of Poland. This act began World War II. At first, Germany's army was strong and won many battles, but Hitler's ambitions grew too large, and he created too many enemies. At the same time, he carried out one of the greatest crimes in history, the Holocaust. Millions of innocent people, especially Jews, were murdered in concentration camps. This became one of the darkest chapters in human history. By 1944, Germany was losing the war. The Soviet Union pushed from the east, while Britain and the United States attacked from the west. German cities were bombed, and the people who once called Hitler a hero now began to doubt him. Still, he refused to surrender. By early 1945, Hitler hid in a bunker deep underground in Berlin. His partner, Eva Braun, stayed by his side. On April 29th, they married in a simple ceremony. The next day, April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler made his final decision. Refusing to be captured alive, he and Eva took their own lives. Hitler was 56 years old. A week later, on May 8, 1945, Germany officially surrendered. The war in Europe was over, leaving behind destruction, grief, and millions of lives lost because of Hitler's choices. After his death, the world began to rebuild. Germany eventually became a peaceful country. The horrors of the Holocaust and World War II serve as powerful reminders of what can happen when hatred, pride, and unchecked ambition go too far. Hitler's story teaches us an important lesson. Every decision we make shapes the future. His choices led to tragedy for millions, but our choices can create hope, kindness, and unity. History reminds us to choose love over hate, humility over pride, and unity over division. By doing so, we can build a better world. This was the story of Adolf Hitler, a man whose life changed history forever. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Avenue for more fascinating stories that help you improve your English while exploring history. See you in the next story.